When the hostess asked for my name, I said it clearly, steady, polite, rehearsed. She glanced at her list, then back at me. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "Your name isn't on the list. I thought it was a mistake." Until I saw my mother standing a few feet away. Her lips curled, that familiar smirk spreading like poison. "Did you really think you were invited?" she said. "Strangers aren't allowed." That word, strangers, landed harder than any slap. I smiled, calmly. "Then I'll live like one," I said, and turned away. But I didn't go home, not yet. There was a time she used to braid my hair every morning before school, back when she'd tell my sister and me that love wasn't something you earned, it was something given. Then Dad died, and suddenly everything that was ours became hers. The money, the house, even my place in the family. She blamed me for reminding her of him, his eyes, his quiet temper, his stubbornness. She found comfort in my sister instead, the one who smiled brighter, obeyed faster, and never questioned why. By the time I turned 20, I'd stopped being a daughter. I was a shadow at the edge of family photos. I learned about the wedding from a friend, not from an invitation, not even from my sister. The venue was a 5-star hotel, the guest list exclusive. The same hotel where my father proposed to my mother. A detail that stung, not because I wasn't invited, but because I knew she chose that place to erase him, not honor him. I didn't plan revenge that night, not yet. I just sat with the thought that I was dead to her, and realized something. If she wanted me gone, I'd grant her wish, but on my terms. I started small. A few months before the wedding, I got a job. The kind that gave me access to things most people overlook: digital logistics, guest management, event software. I wasn't working for her wedding directly, of course, but I knew people who were. It's amazing how fast doors open when you know where the hinges are. Within a week, I had access to their vendor database, the catering schedule, even the seating chart. Every name, every number, every payment. And one small thing caught my attention. My father's trust fund, supposedly gone, had been used to pay for the wedding. Every invoice was linked to it. She'd taken what was meant for me, for his daughters, and poured it into this spectacle. That's when my plan began. 3 weeks before the wedding, I rerouted the trust's automated notifications to my email. One small change. Invisible, silent. Then I contacted the bank, posing as my sister's assistant. Explained there was a small error with a pending payment. I sent documents, perfectly forged, perfectly timed. They froze the account, pending verification. All payments, venue, catering, photography, halted. I knew the freeze wouldn't last forever, but it didn't have to, just long enough. On the wedding day, I arrived before the guests, dressed simply, no makeup. The staff didn't recognize me, and I didn't correct them. When the hostess checked the list, I wasn't surprised she couldn't find my name. That was part of it. I wanted my mother to see me there, uninvited, unwanted, so she could taste the cruelty she'd served for years. Her smirk that morning confirmed everything, and I walked away, slow and deliberate, letting her think she'd won again. Then the ceremony began. Perfect lighting, perfect music, perfect illusion, until her phone started ringing, loud, persistent, the kind of ring that slices through the air like a blade. She tried to silence it, but it kept buzzing. People started whispering. Her smile faltered. She finally answered. I watched her expression drain of color. The bank. Funds on hold. Venue payments declined. The manager stepping forward, whispering something in her ear. The ceremony paused. The music stopped. Guests shifted uncomfortably. I stood near the back, invisible among them. She looked around frantically, her eyes scanning the crowd. And for a brief, beautiful second, they landed on me. Recognition, shock, Then fear. She tried to salvage it, of course, claimed it was a misunderstanding. But the staff were professionals. They escorted her aside. When the truth came out that she'd misused trust funds meant for both daughters, people whispered louder. Her perfect image cracked right there, under the chandeliers she'd bought with stolen money. I didn't stay to watch it all burn. Revenge isn't about spectacle. It's about peace. As I stepped outside, the night felt cleaner, cooler. I could hear laughter and confusion from inside, but none of it touched me anymore. For years, she'd called me a stranger. So I became one who walked away without guilt, without apology, and without looking back. Later, I got a message from my sister. Just 3 words. "You did this." I typed a reply, then deleted it. She'd learn, eventually, that I didn't ruin anything.